Novak Djokovic is set for a return to the tennis court later this month following his Australian Open saga. Novak Djokovic could still relinquish his world number one ranking despite nearing a comeback later in February. The Serb, who is yet to comment on his Australian Open ordeal, is expected to compete at the Dubai Duty-Free Tennis Championships from February 21. However, Djokovic's return to the tennis court following his deportation from Australia and subsequent barring from 2022's maiden Grand Slam might not prevent him losing his place at the top of the ATP rankings. Daniil Medvedev, who missed out on becoming the top-ranked men's player at the Australian Open, has another chance to overtake Djokovic. The Russian will hope to become the first new number one since Andy Murray in 2016 and break Djokovic's stranglehold at the top of the sport. While Djokovic is in Dubai, Medvedev will be in Mexico taking part in the Abierto Mexicano Telcel. The ranking situation is so tight that Djokovic can win in Dubai and still be toppled by Medvedev. That is because the 26-year-old only needs to match or better Djokovic's performance to become number one for the first time in his career. Medvedev missed out on overcoming Djokovic when he lost the Australian Open final against Rafa Nadal. Nadal's triumph, though, meant that he climbed ahead of Djokovic and Roger Federer by claiming a record 21st Grand Slam. It was just the latest setback for Djokovic, who had been denied entry into Australia to compete at the tournament. The 34-year-old landed in Melbourne at the start of January, having been granted a medical exemption by Tennis Australia because of his vaccine-skeptical stance. But the Australian authorities moved to overrule the governing body and an incredible legal back and forth was played out in front of the world. Djokovic initially won an appeal, but the government felt there were still discrepancies in his visa claim. He was then deported following a second court ruling. On February 3, the six-times Wimbledon champion promised to tell all about his Australia saga within 10 days. He is yet to do so. "Those circumstances that happened to me in Australia taught me and that bond will last forever," Djokovic said in a press conference alongside Serbia's president, Aleksandar Vučić. "Since I did not speak before, please be patient. In the next 7 to 10 days I will address in more detail everything that happened in Australia." Djokovic, who by the time he competes in Dubai will have been number one for 86 weeks, will hope to better Medvedev's Mexico performance.